Little Indian Sewell Crow.
24 films and videos over 4 days at 4 venues. The 3rd annual Boston Asian American Film Festival connected actors, producers, directors, and writers with an enthusiastic film-going community.
I feel like it's been a whirlwind of wonderful activities. I think have that community experience watching it together, reacting to it, in a community experience, laughing together. You can't replicate that.
Better make sure you get that ring before he changes his mind. That's for sure.
The festival opened with Almost Perfect, the latest film from a writer-director with Boston roots.
It was great because I went to school here at Boston University, so I used to go to Battle Theater to watch movies. So it was really exciting to have my own movie up there in that theater, and it was heartwarming. You know, it's a cozy theater, and it was packed, and the audiences were really, really responsive. This film, it's about finding puppy love at 34. These two people who knew each other as kids and how they come together and they're able to go back to the purity and the fun and the lightness and the carefree spirit of puppy love.
One of the film's stars is the Golden Globe, Emmy, and Drama Desk nominated actress Tina Chen.
I did Bertha Stroh's film Face, award-winning film Face. It was very successful. And when she was writing this film, she wrote this character with me in mind. So I'm very, very grateful to her. And so that's how I got involved. And I read it and I said, wow, another challenge.
Other festival highlights included Touch, an award-winning film from a first-time filmmaker.
It's about a Vietnamese girl who works in a nail salon. And you know, in America, more than 50% of the nail salon are operated by Vietnamese. So I thought it would be a fun setting to write a film. And then I want to make a movie about the sense of touch. You know, how we use touch to work, to communicate, to give pleasure to each other, but also as a healing tool. So I try to combine all those elements of touch in my movie.
And that's something that I felt from many years ago, that this is a way like we were going to marry a Caucasian.
They call me Sushi.
The documentary One Big Hapa Family mixes animation with live action.
So One Big Hapa Family looks at why everyone in my Japanese-Canadian family had interracially married after my grandparents' generation. And this sort of directly reflected the national average of Japanese Canadians, which was like a 95% interracial marriage rate.
You don't believe that the love you have for someone today can be everlasting. That's why you're never gonna get married.
And the festival closed with the romantic comedy Knots.
It's been awesome. It's not the typical kind of film festival film. It's not edgy. It's a romantic comedy, or what we call an unromantic comedy.
I really wanted to write something that was a lot more fun and happy. And I also wanted to go home. And I'm from Hawaii, and so that's sort of how it started. I think when you watch the film, you really get a chance to see Hawaii in more of its natural state and the people who actually live there, and you kind of hopefully get a sense of who they are as sort of universal people, but in this very specific and unique environment, which really is closer to the Hawaii I know.
This is Mike. This is Krista, my girlfriend from high school.
Oh, nice to meet you.
The festival was a chance for audiences to interact with the filmmakers.
It feels wonderful because as an artist, there's only 3 moments of joy for me. One is the moment of conceptions of the idea, and then to finish it, and then to get people reaction. That's the final joy for me. So to have that is great.
Festival goers also had the chance to mix and mingle with the prolific Hollywood actor James Hong, whose career spans 57 years and more than 500 roles.
Because you have something that nobody else has. Just like James Hong has something that nobody else has thought of, and I put it in all those roles.
You have to express yourself. Tell the people what you think, what you like about Boston, what Boston means to you, what you mean to Boston, what you mean to life.
And that passion for the work is something all of the filmmakers share.
I really can't see myself doing anything else. You know, one of the things that I try and bring to the set when we start a production is kind of remind everybody that it's a great privilege and an honor to be able to be a storyteller for a living, and I try and remind myself of that all the time. So, and it's that keeps me going.
And all of the filmmakers agree the Asian American film community has a lot to say, even though it is often a challenge to get their stories told.
Being Asian American in this industry is similar to being a female in the industry, in that it's a fringe community within this industry. So, I mean, I'm really thankful and grateful for all the different Asian American film festivals.
I've gotten a lot of very heartfelt comments from Asian Americans saying, you know, it's so nice to see yourself represented on the big screen, and I feel like my story is getting told and I don't get to see that in theaters. So that's, you know, that's hopefully a challenge that will become less challenging as we continue to do this.
It was not until more recently that I realized that I need to be out there rooting for the younger generation, and that they're trying very hard to give Asian Americans a voice. And we need to hear that. This is a part of America.
We all are very passionate about this. For myself, I come to this really primarily as an audience member. I feel like film has been a place that has given me the room to explore, to feel confident and more welcome in finding community.
We did it! Yeah.